Hi, welcome to the Pursuit of the Truth. So I did get actually some replies back. Yes, that reminder really helped. I don't know if it's because in the original email I put a little picture of Aleena because I wanted them to see who I was talking about so they could connect. So maybe some of their emails rejected that. So maybe it was a good idea that I did send a reminder separately to each one. Because I also was worried at the beginning, should I send it as a group? Because the problem is when you send group emails, what tends to happen is people ignore it, hoping that whoever's higher up on it is going to be the one responsible for answering it, rather than them all answering it. So maybe it was best separating them out and putting little personal messages, like with the swale one I said, because they control the funding, so they can, do that and etc. So let me see if I can keep this recording while I read out who we got from. I actually also got from Ambitious about autism. They said they're going to pass it on to their policy and campaign team. That's the same as National Autistic Society. Now, never heard anything from them. And they're going to share it with their parents forum. Which, okay. So, from the team officer assistant to the chairman of the CEO of East Sussex County Council, they got the email, thanks below to the Chief Secretary of Knowledge on her behalf. I'm sorry that you've received a response to your original message, which have been unable to trace. We have been experiencing some IT issues with our online forms, where legitimate and safe emails are being unnecessarily quarantined, which may explain it. We will liaise with our Children's Service Department and a response will follow. And the Customer Relations team, which I think is also East Sussex, this was the Web and Information Officer of Customer Relations team. Not a very high up position, I would have thought, but thank you for contacting us and providing details of your complaint. I'm sorry you're experiencing difficulties and hope that we'll be able to resolve matters for you. I'm sorry for the delay in contacting you. This is because we're experiencing receiving exceptionally high levels of feedback. Thank you for your patience. We are currently assessing your complaint and need to make some further inquiries before confirming how your complaint will be dealt with. We'll come back to you as soon as possible. And from the general swale one, I got a pushback saying, it's Easter, everyone's on holiday. We'll reply to you after Easter return. I know the kids go off at Easter. Do all the administration and the staff and the teachers, or do they have forced holidays? Do they? I guess that's how it is. But I would have thought the CEOs and the administration and all those kinds of people need to take off Easter just because the children have to take it off. Anyway, so we are getting some response. It's over a week till I speak to the school and see what they can do, if there's anything they're going to do, if they're in this 2 weeks, if they've even thought of any ideas of how to help Aleena, how they can change the school system to benefit in the same way neurotypicals are benefited by the system that's been designed for them for neurodivergence, i.e. having a plan where from day one the experience for neurodivergence is the same as neurotypicals, that they don't have to keep applying for money, these little drip drabs that they keep doing, because I think they give them 6,000 at the beginning. That's not enough for a teacher. According to the A&P plans, that was 4 hours a week. And maybe some other stuff they may have purchased, I don't know. And now they're applying for another one, and then it's ehcp, and that whole process takes a year in East Sussex. I don't know if it's the same around the country. If you're a parent of an autistic or neurodivergent child, please tell me your experience of this process. Is it the same around the country if assuming you don't have any ehcp when you start the school, or autism or Asperger's or neurodivergent is detected later in primary, secondary school? Is it the same process that you have to go through 4 terms of review, plan, do, or whatever the stupid thing that they have for it? And then ehcp was 20 weeks minimum. I know the 20 weeks minimum ehcp, I assume that's standard around the country, but I don't know, do they all do the 4 terms, 4 whole 6-week terms of analysing something that was probably found out in the first meeting. Anyway, leave your comments. Hopefully this will lead to some positive change and not just cut and paste of thank you and this is the way it is type responses. Take care, take it easy. God bless and peace. I forgot to add, I actually did get a response from my own MP, well, from a member, the parliamentary assistant to my MP, saying, this is emails with her, and she will respond to it as soon as she's able to. In case you're not aware, Caroline receives over 1,000 emails a week and does have to prioritise urgent casework where someone potentially could be at risk of homelessness or having their benefits stopped over less time-sensitive questions around government policy. Or as in my email. She very much hopes to be able to respond to your policy question, such as those contained within your email within 15 days of receipt. And let's have this receipt of when I first sent it. I didn't know that MPs deal with, like, if I become homeless, don't know whether I'd think of emailing my MP. But yeah, apparently that's what she's doing. And helping people who are losing their benefits. So yeah, I forgot to add that one, so I'll stick that at the end. Okay, so I'll keep you updated. Hopefully I'll actually get some responses that are not just copy and paste and actually, doing something, making changes, correcting things, or pass them on to people who will do it. I doubt that will happen because that's not the world that we live in, is it? Unless it's something that they really think is an injustice and really care about and have some power to make change over. Okay. Let's see if my faith can be restored in the world that we live in. Take care, take it easy, God bless, and peace.